Hello guys, welcome back. We're here today at the Asus booth at CES. Are you ready to check out even more tech?
Yes, absolutely. There are tons of new GPUs here. They're really big. I can't wait to check those out. And it's also really busy in here, so hopefully we'll be able to get in all the nook and crannies so we can show you guys everything.
Yeah, let's go. So I think we'll start over here with the new GPUs because I know you guys want to see these. So we've got the new RTX 50 series lineup here. This is actually a new model from Asus. So we have the Astral here. And as you can see, absolutely massive RTX 5090. It's pretty much a 4-slot card. We also have a 4th fan on the back. So this is now a quad fan GPU, which is very interesting. Nice to see a new lineup to add to the Strix line. Moving over to the right, speaking of Strix, we have the ROG Strix 5070 Ti. So as you can see, this is much smaller, also much lighter as well. Nice design with kind of this see-through acrylic right here and some metallic accents. Over to the right, we have another RTX 5090. So this is the TUF series. So much more industrial looking design. I actually really like the look of this. I'll show you guys the back plate as well so you can get a look at some of those lovely details. And then over to the right again, we have the 5070 Ti and 5070 as well. This is kind of more for people who are looking for a more compact, maybe GPU to fit into like a small form factor build. And it almost reminds me of the ProArt series as well, some of these angles that we've got going on. So yeah, nice to see a bunch of new options, and I'm sure people are going to be very excited for all of the new RTX 50 series. And then over on the Radeon side, we have the new 9070 XT. So yeah, as you can see, this is pretty similar styling to the 5090 over here. A little bit smaller, it also feels a lot lighter as well. But yeah, nice to have some more options on the AMD side.
So right behind me, we have the new lineup of the TUF Gaming motherboards. This is the TUF Gaming Z890 Pro Wi-Fi, and honestly, it has that rugged look. It looks clean, but look at this. We have a white PCB board. You rarely see this on motherboards, so that's really nice to see. Now, something else that they've added onto these motherboards is the M.2 Q release, so you can easily take out your M.2s without having to fuss around with screws, and you know, sometimes it's really hard to get stuff in there, so it's really nice to see a clean design come to these motherboards. Next up, we have the TUF Gaming V860 Plus Wi-Fi, and again, very stealthy, looks clean in the black, but something that they've added on right here is the GPU release. Now, if you build a lot of PCs, you might run into the problem of trying to get your GPU out when the clip is here, and it can be very difficult, especially with people that have nails like this. But with this added lever over here, it makes it so much easier to take out your GPU, basically making PC building easier for new people into the hobby. Now, if you're a creator and you want something clean and looks nice and aesthetically pleasing, we have the new ProArt series motherboards, and they look fantastic. I love the ProArt series, but something that stands out on this motherboard is, look at this. You can easily just press this button and access all of your M.2 slots. Like, look how many that you can have, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if that wasn't enough, you also have access up here for another M.2 slot. So if you're a creator, like I said, this would be a great motherboard for you.
Now, I'm sure at this point you're familiar with the Ryujin series of AIOs from Asus. This is the new Ryujin III 360 ARGB Extreme, and we have the new Gen 8 V2 pump on here. So this has a 3-phase motor for kind of better cooling performance and higher flow. We also have thicker RGB fans. So if you come around the side, you can see these are slightly thicker than the ones that you normally find, and we also have a daisy chain connector as well, so you only have one cable coming from the 3 fans, which is very nice. And of course, you probably already know, we have a screen on here. So this is a 3.5 inch LCD. It's 6480 by 480, so you can display whatever you want on here. Yeah, pretty cool update, and obviously we have it available in white as well. Moving over to the right, we have some new motherboards to check out. So on the AMD side, we have the ROG Crosshair X870E Apex. So very clean design on this one. I always like the kind of aesthetic that Asus goes for. We've got some really nice quality of life features. We've got the quick release on the M.2. Moving over to the right as well, we have on the Intel side the Maximus C890 Hero BTF. So very clean aesthetics on this. Obviously all the connectors are on the back side, so we've got this shielding going on to make everything look clean. Again, we've got quick release on the M.2, and yeah, very kind of stealthy look overall. I really like these. And then behind me we have something very interesting. So this is the Ryujin 4 SLC 360 ARGB, that is a mouthful. We kind of saw something similar to this at Computex. They were kind of finalizing designs at the time. But yeah, as you can see, we have this lovely curved display on here. They are actually finalizing the length of the tubes at the moment, so it's going to be a little bit shorter than this. I think 200 millimeters, I was told. But yeah, nice screen. This is 2K 60 Hertz, so you can pretty much display whatever you want on that. and yeah, just a pretty nice aesthetic. We have something a little bit special over here. So this is a brand new monitor. This is the Swift OLED PG27UC-DM, and this is actually a 4K 240Hz OLED, which, I mean, that's dream specs for a lot of people. We do have DisplayPort 2.1 on here. For those of you worried about kind of burn-in and things like that, you don't have to worry because we have OLED Care Pro in here. And flicker is something that has been an issue in the past. That is solved now because it actually has OLED anti-flicker 2.0. So yeah, you don't have to worry about flicker, you don't have to worry about burn-in. Yeah, I think this is going to be like an end-game monitor for a lot of people.
So as much as I love my powerhouse laptops, when we travel, I do like to have something small and compact, and that's where this comes in. So this is the ROG Flow Z13, and it's a small, compact, I guess, tablet and laptop in one, and it's easy to take with you. It looks great. If you look at the back, we have some really cool RGB going on. The design is honestly really clean, and I could definitely see myself taking this with us on our next trip, probably to Computex.
Now, for those of you after a more desktop replacement, we've got two really cool options over here. So this is the ROG Strix Scar 18, and we have the 16 over here as well, depending on kind of what size you want. And yeah, pretty insane specs on these. We can have up to Core Ultra 9, RTX 4090 laptop GPU, so you can pretty much do anything on these that you could do on a desktop. One thing that's quite cool is this little screen on the back, look, so we can have animations displayed on here. Very unique. And we have the RGB as well. We've got this nice little acrylic down here kind of reflecting it. I don't know if I can do this one-handed, but if we flip it over and look on the back, we can take that off. And as you can see, this is very easily upgradable, which is very nice. So we can upgrade the M.2s here. We've got one on the left, one on the right, and then just under here, we have the memory. So yeah, really cool that you can upgrade this thing, because obviously sometimes you want to buy it at a lower spec and then upgrade it at a later date. Now, I know a few of you have been asking if we are going to have any AMD options for BTF. We actually have one right here. So this is the Tough Gaming B850. So although it's a little bit more of a budget-focused option, we still get the BTF option, and you can see here we have all this shielding covering most of the motherboard. All of the connectors, of course, are over on the back, and we also have the GPU connector as well. So if you come over here and have a look at the GPU, you can see we've got the connector there, so you don't have to run any cables to it, and yeah, it just results in a super clean looking build. Did just want to show you guys this little thing, because I saw this and I was like, you know what, this would be perfect to put in the living room. This is the ROG NUC 2025, and it's a PC. It's quite a small PC, as you can see. If I actually try and lift it up, it's quite heavy. There is a lot of tech packed into here. We've got plenty of options, so it's running the new Intel Core Ultra 9 CPU. You can also have up to an RTX 5080, and also up to 96 gigabytes of memory as well. That's one of the cool things about this, is it is actually upgradable. So if you decide at a later date you want to up the storage or you want to up the memory, you can just do that, swap it out, toolless, easy design. But yeah, I think for people that are just wanting something very small to maybe put on like a desktop, to maybe replace a laptop, or in my case, in the living room to run all my games, yeah, I just thought this was pretty cool.
So I think that about wraps it up for today's tour of the Asus booth for CES 2025. There was definitely a lot to see here and take in.
Yeah, lots of very cool new stuff. Let us know what your thoughts are down below. Do you like the new 50 series, or do you think they're too big? Anyway, drop a like on this video if you enjoyed, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and we'll catch you all in the next one.